everyone. It's the weekly wrap. So, AJ, what's up in the news this week, man?
Well, there's been a new sort of interesting article about a car controlling speed limit.
Really?
Yeah. So when you go over the speed limit in a school zone, you have to respect the 40 speed limit. You cannot go 60 in a 40 zone.
One thing I'll say, right? Speed limits, yeah, they're cool, but a manual speed limit override, that's stupid, that's shit. So I've got that on my Audi, it's a manual, and I don't know how to change it, which really annoys me. Like, I don't go around like doing any stupid shit in my car, but just saying, it's annoying as well.
But imagine if there's like a tsunami behind you, right? And you got that speed limit. It's about to hit you.
There's not gonna be any speed. There's not gonna be any. Well, let's hope there's no tsunami. But anyway, I guess we're in the age of driverless cars, so this sort of stuff's going to become bigger and bigger, which is quite annoying.
Screw you, Elon Musk.
No, actually, I'm a musketeer. Good on you, Elon.
What?
Yeah, man. Look what he's doing to the world. He's leading it.
Yeah, but he's also adding speed limits onto cars.
Is it his car?
Huh?
Was it his car?
Every car, I think it was after 20.
Alright, Elon, if you want to become like a cool G man, just like take that speed limit thing off, and we're buddies.
Yeah, but what's the point in buying a Lambo if you don't have a speed limit?
But no one goes over speed limit. Anyway, whatever. It is what it is. I saw the new Pez characters as well. Gareth Bale, eh? It's on the side, doesn't look. I mean, it looks like him on the side. That vein got sticking out his forehead. I'm not even sure he's got that vein.
He's probably that angry.
Yeah, don't mind us, guys. That's just my phone buzzing. Messi looks pretty much like Messi.
Yeah, he looks pretty similar. But I think that jersey is pretty off. Instead of having that reddish color, they have a pink color.
It's probably because of sponsorship rights.
Yeah, possibly, yeah. Just like Juventus and FIFA.
It's like, I remember those old cricket games where Ricky Ponting would punt up.
And then what was it?
Ricky Ponting.
Yeah, Ricky Ponting.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Yeah. So what else we got here?
Well, now onto the more serious news. Windows 11 is launching, and now you can use Android apps on your laptop.
Interesting. That's actually not a bad thing. That's a pretty cool little thing to have. Because I'm not an Apple guy. I'm a smartphone guy. So I'm an Android guy. So for me, that's good, I suppose.
Yeah. So like when you're supposed to not be using your phone in class, you can now use it in class.
Hey, I'm not a teacher, so ain't my problem.
What a teacher's gonna do? Make a Yonder for a laptop?
What's a Yonder? Who might even know what a Yonder is?
A Yonder is a pocket that's like a magnetic mechanism where it locks your phone.
Yeah.
And without the magnet, you can't open it unless you're me.
Why can you open it?
You see, when you first open it, you add lead into the hole, so that
it breaks the magnet.
Exactly.
It must be a really strong magnet.
It is a really strong magnet.
You can pull two cars together.
No, that's too strong.
I remember I tried opening it once, and it was very hard.
Yeah, and then I think it took me. I was supposed to be watching TV with my parents, and instead I decided to try and open it. And I think about 20 minutes later, I almost gave up. So I started using a stool. You know, between a stool there's like those metal bars. I used one of those. I put pressure down. I think I actually broke something in between.
But not the Yonder?
Not the Yonder.
Break your phone? How did you get your phone stuck in there after school anyway if you were home?
I don't know. I think I just forgot to take it out.
That's madness.
That's first world problems, you know?
Yeah, well, that plus COVID. And what else? What else is happening?
If you look at the news, we have well, this is a sort of a meat issue. It's not actually news, but a few days ago, I was scrolling through a website for the news, and it said affordable wireless earphones, right?
Affordable wireless earphones. Okay.
Yep. That
like AirPods, basically.
Yeah. That compete with Apple and Samsung.
Okay.
So I opened it, thinking that I might get like wireless earphones for maybe $50.
Yeah.
And have a similar quality. And next thing I know, right? They put it in there for $400. What the heck is this?
That's obviously quite well, $400 is affordable if you're a baller.
Yeah, but it's affordable.
How much does an AirPod cost? Because like I said, I'm not an Apple guy.
I don't know. Let's have a look. I think it's probably
I'm pretty sure they're around $200.
My guess is probably $200 or $300.
So that's the case, people. There you go. You're basically paying. Yeah, there you go. $188.
Those are exactly the earphones I was looking at.
Those okay. So basically, that's $500. That's only $400. So basically, you're paying more for an affordable set of earphones at the actual originals.
Exactly.
Any good reviews on those?
I don't know. I just got pissed off. I just left it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's definitely first world problem. What else do you have going?
Well, more the serious news.
I thought you said you were in the serious news.
Oh, yeah. This is the actual serious news. Right?
Okay.
So before was like the step down to the serious news.
Chatting shit, yeah.
Yeah. So there was a flood in Germany.
Ooh, really?
Yeah. It was a flood in Germany and Belgium, and it looked like it was a landslide. But when you look at the picture, it was an actual flood. I'm not sure if I can find it.
Yeah, that is like a waterfall.
Yeah, it looks like some sewage issue went wrong.
So we live in Australia, and we've seen some fair share of bad floods. In 2011 in Brisbane, there was a flood that basically consumed Brisbane from west of Brisbane, Ipswich through Brisbane, up from the south of Brisbane, so from Logan to south of Brisbane into the city and all the way out to the east side. This looks way worse, and Australia's renowned for mild weather.
I'll show a picture, in the video so you guys can see. If you guys do want to see, it just looks like
It literally looks like a waterfall.
Yeah, and it looks like it cracked a few sewage pipes too.
Many directions. That's from many directions as well, you know.
Yeah, I know. It's flooded from the front to the back to left and right.
So it says, are there photos of the other side showing? It says it all then getting into like one big pool.
Yeah, it's just one big puddle, I guess. Pretty big puddle. And yeah.
How long did that take? Do you know?
I don't know. It just says that it exceeds 150, death toll, which
that's a lot.
Yeah, that's kind of sad too,
Yeah, I don't think it rains that much, like that heavily in one hit up in Europe. But obviously, I guess it must be quite warm there.
Yeah, it has to be because if you have that much water, then obviously it's gonna be,
Yeah.
So there you go, have it. Climate change. It's a thing.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
There you go. Jeez. Anyway, okay. What else is happening? That's gonna be hard to top.
Yeah. So next thing is iPads. You know the new iPads on Apple. You can run Windows 3.1.
An Apple product.
Yeah.
So they can talk to Windows.
Yeah. But my question.
Who's making money out of that?
This is my question here. My question is, if you spend like $2,000 or something, whatever it is, on an Apple iPad.
Why do you want to use Windows Plus stuff?
Yes. You can get a Windows laptop for basically half the price.
Yes, that's really dumb.
And it's Windows 3.1. What are you going to achieve? You're flexing a Windows 3.1 system.
I mean, can Apple... yeah, I don't know. I actually don't know. Why would you do that? Because you can save documents from one device to the other. Like, as in you can open a Word document between the two as well.
Yeah.
That sounds a bit dumb.
You can even save it on the cloud.
Have you looked at... Do you know why they did that? Did anyone say anything? Reason?
No, I just closed it because I got pissed off.
Now you've been pissed off with this week's news a fair bit,
Yeah, I know.
So that's been a good week, hasn't it?
Nah. I've been having some issues, man.
Yeah.
It's just not a good week.
Oh, man. I hear you. Well, at least... Well, it's a new week starting anyway.
What
else you got?
Well, I found out that some Chinese spy ships are close to Australia.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Remember, do you remember... I'm sure a lot of people remember this. G20 when it happened in Brisbane a few years ago. Tony Abbott flexed his muscles to Vladimir Putin, and then he sent a couple of, I think there's some warships up near Townsville, and all of a sudden...
I'm sorry.
I study.
You have the bruh moment.
No, well, actually, I think Vladimir Putin all of a sudden was on Tony Abbott's Christmas list. You know what I mean?
He's like, I see you coming.
Yeah, this is getting a bit whack out in that China seat, because basically, not getting into politics, but basically what you got is you got issue, I guess, where the China sea is getting, there's obviously some sort of territorial questions, and America's getting involved, as is Australia. It's getting a bit touch and go there. It's almost like it's going to become the modern day, well, not even modern day, current period Cold War, because obviously in 1980s, I believe, it was the America-Russia Cold War. Cold War meaning nothing actually came out of it, nothing transpired, but this is getting a bit tense.
It is, yeah. And Donald Trump wasn't helping. Remember what he said about the virus?
That's probably more common news now. A more common idea that the virus came out of those labs in Wuhan. So
That's
So obviously, so one, it's not really a shout out because he's so big, but Joe Rogan he's had some pretty big, when I say big, experts in the field in biology come on, and they've said the evidence of this disease seems to suggest it could be human made.
Yeah, the mutation.
That's right, because they're mutated strains. So I don't know, but you know what I feel like Donald Trump, whether you like him or you hate him, no matter what, the media is going to be on his back to roast him.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, jeez, all ships rocking up. I don't know. What do you reckon?
I don't know. I feel like, it's just another one of those flexing moments, when China's trying to flex on
So
Australia.
then Scroma puts the Chinese on his weird Christmas wish list as well.
Yep. Gives them maybe a candy or something,
Candy canes.
I'm sorry.
I study.
Yeah, I study. Just like, had the... did you remember when they stopped supplying for coal or something, China?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty bad for the economy.
That's the thing. It's a lot of economic trade relations there. It's been a pretty hectic week of news, eh?
Yeah.
You've been sidetracking video. You've been following the football.
I'll be honest.
Yeah.
After watching Chelsea win the Champions League,
You've been off.
I've just not had the will to follow football for a while.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Were you much involved in the Euros?
I'll be honest.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Well, I did follow a fair bit. And I was calling it. I'm not going to say I'm a fortune teller or anything, or I'm an expert in this, but I did say that if we went to penalties, Italy's winning. That Donnarumma's about 8.5 foot tall with a wingspan about 11 feet. Ain't no one beating him.
And
Even though Pickford kept well.
Yeah, but England are the Spurs of international football.
It's the history of the Tottenham.
It is coming home.
It's the history of the Tottenham. Chiellini's meme Tottenham.
Far out, man. Have you seen those memes where it's like Chiellini and who's that winger again from Juventus? They have the Chisa or something. Starts with C.
That guy scores a lot of goals.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
And then it was like Harry Maguire in the middle. He was like all teared up, and then the other two was just smiling a thumbs up.
I've seen that. It's been pretty mad.
Yeah. So what's been happening in the transfer news?
Well, obviously the big one. So being an Arsenal supporter, the big one for us is Ben White. It's apparently done. Tavares scored a goal in his first game, and Lokonga is also signed, but just doing his medical.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You guys aren't messing around.
Yeah, well, obviously you guys looking to buy Grealish and or Kane. Let's keep your receipts in case you want to refund your Premier League, mate. Premier Leagues. You got 4.
It's tax refund, man.
Tax refund. Right.
Well, you see, if we, I don't think we're gonna go after Grealish anymore.
Yeah.
Because it wouldn't fit. With too many players he has to compete with, and he wouldn't get enough game time.
Yeah.
I think if Bernardo Silva or Mahrez leaves, he's coming. If not, we're keeping the squad and we're signing a striker.
Otherwise, you can make 2 starting teams with that. So I was going to ask, mate. One of the things that's been becoming more and more common is on YouTube. You got all these boxing, fighting type guys.
Yeah.
What do you make of that?
I just think of them as angry grizzly bears.
I don't think of them that. I just think it's really dumb kids who just think they're all that, but really they're not.
And that, yeah. Well, I'd much rather watch people full of horses than people like two-year-olds fighting each other.
I've been doing boxing for 2.5 years, and I can tell you these guys who get in that ring, if they went to a normal gym, they would struggle to last even 2 minutes.
Yeah, that's fair. They're not strong enough, man. They don't have the stamina either.
It's the endurance as well. But I'm looking forward to seeing maybe some good fights come out of it, especially for all those guys who will fight fans out there. Jake Paul will be fighting Tyrone Woodley, so that'd be quite interesting. Yeah.
You go.
Oh, I was going to ask you, what else you got to
add? What do you think of the cricket? India and New Zealand. How's it went?
I think that was a given. So here's the thing, right? New Zealand swing conditions overcast. That's what New Zealand are used to. England is English conditions are very similar. India's going to struggle, and that India would only have had a chance to beat New Zealand if it was in a bouncier, drier, or maybe even conditions like that, which are like Australia or South Africa, or maybe conditions like a subcontinent. Or as last swing movement, the New Zealand is always going to win it. I thought I did call it very early in that as well.
Yeah. So, what do you think's happening with the coronavirus in Sydney? how it's been locked down in the retails and stuff.
It's a stitch up to be a Sydney side right now.
Oh mate, I'd hate to be one of them.
Yeah. The lockdown's just so boring. Like, it's even, not being in lockdown but having restrictions is bad enough.
But you know what I find the funny thing is, whenever because I work now. Last year I didn't, but whenever I go to lockdown now, everything is open still. It doesn't make sense.
The shops are still open.
Yeah, this is like.
But up here, we haven't had a hard lockdown since what?
Last year.
Early. What was it? Did we have a lockdown after May? Either way, we haven't had this year. We haven't had a hard lockdown. That's why you haven't experienced worse of it. Yeah. Anyway, so I think that's probably our weekly wrap up, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks everyone. Like, comment, subscribe.